I did it. I'm so smart. What is going on, y'all? Johnson's Logic. Back with another live. I don't even know if it's live, but it says live, so I'm gonna start talking. What is going on, y'all? I'm in the tire shop getting new tires put on. I've been at Prime since Wednesday? I think since Wednesday. Uh, yeah, I have no idea if I did this right. Maybe I put it as unlisted. What did I do? Did I do this right? Let me see. Can y'all see me? Or is this in fact live? I guess I gotta go check. But what is going on? Oh, it is, yeah. Live from the tire shop. But yeah. Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday. It is been a joyous week of new things, I guess. For me, and, I got Brian dropped off and upgraded, so got a text from him earlier today that he is now officially an AC driver and no longer attached to my truck. So congratulations to him. So I guess I got to figure out a new name for him, but Volvo Breaker is probably gonna stick around. Big congratulations to him. Of course, I'll do a recorded video with him tomorrow. I was supposed to meet him for lunch or dinner today, but figured it was scared the piss out of me. What was I saying? I was supposed to be meeting him for dinner, but it did not.
What was I saying?
Hush. I just want to see if this is listed or not. Supposed to be meeting him here with the tire shop. For some reason, it wasn't showing that I owned the truck, and they needed me to call my dispatcher and like all kind of crazy stuff. I'm like, I'm not doing all that. I paid the truck off. I should be able to put tires on, but apparently not. So I don't know. I think I did this wrong. Did y'all get a notification for this? Or I see Mike it is listed. It's listed. I don't know. Maybe people are just busy. But hey, whatever. I sit here and talk. Hey, Mike, how's it going? I know you picked up your truck Tuesday, I think. But I don't know. Maybe just notifications didn't go out. I don't know. YouTube's been kind of weird lately, and I plan on recording a video about it too. But yesterday, it like unsubscribed me from a bunch of people. So like, I don't I don't know what's going on with YouTube lately. But I've been having to go back and resubscribe to a lot of the channels I know I was following, and I tested it out because I know for a fact because y'all know me and Travis talk every day. Good friends with Eric and Jenna. I had to go to their channels and I was unsubscribed. So I'm like, I gotta do a video, and I was talking to who's that with? I was with Life of Rye. So me and Rye hung out yesterday and got dinner, along with Trucker John. A lot of the channels that I was subscribed to, that I know for a fact I was subscribed to, got unsubscribed for whatever reason. So it's just I don't know, but I'm having to go back through and resubscribe to channels um, that I know for a fact that I was subscribed to. Joe, what's going on? Trucker John, just talking about you. Eric, what's going on, man? Not much. Getting some brand new tires put on the truck. Still haven't done a truck review video yet. So obviously, I have the truck back. Um, I recorded a clip yesterday, and I realized I'm probably not going to use that clip. Um, I might just because Ryan's in it. How's my transition going? It's going. It's going all right actually. It a couple ups and downs. Um, isn't it 7 now? 7:30. I guess I'll respond to that in a minute. I've been going through a couple stuff like right now. Like I had to, I went to go take the idle thing off of my, because at Prime we had the little idle thing. So I went to Tractor Shop. They can't do it because of Volvo, so I had to go take it over to the dealership just to get the idle taken off, which I mean, not a big deal. I was in and out of there like 5 minutes. So I took the idler off, and then I'm in a tire shop now. There's nothing wrong with my tires at all, but I wanted to switch to duals. So I'm getting dual tires put on, but then that was an ordeal because for whatever reason, Prime Prime had this truck listed as a company truck. I'm like, no. Then they had to reassign it to me, switch it over to a lease truck. Then they showed it as a lease purchase. I'm like, nope. So then they had to reprogram me again to show me as owner operator. And finally got that resolved. And then yesterday I got a phone call from Success Leasing. It's like, hey, we see that you picked up your new lease purchase truck today. I'm like, no, it's still not a lease purchase truck. So I don't know what's going on with Prime and coding me correctly. I have no idea. Uh, but so the transition's been kind of weird. Like now, just to get duals put on, you can, if you're at Prime, you can only put dual tires on if you have the title to your truck. So when I brought it in here, they were like, "Oh, well, we see you're owner operator." I'm like, "Yeah," so I'm getting duals put on. I set this appointment last week, and they're like, "Oh, okay, well, you got to pay for it up front." I was like, "Yeah, the manager told me last week. I'm already prepared to do that." They're like, "Okay, well, unfortunately, you can't do that because the manager's already gone for the day." I'm like, "What the heck? I'm on the schedule for this time. Like, what do you mean I can't do it today?" They're like, "Well, he's got to be here to do all that and da da da." And I'm like, "Okay." Like, well, I'm here at my appointment time. Why do I have to be punished? So basically, went back and forth about that. Because then they're like, "Well, the other way around it is to contact your dispatcher and have them approve it." I'm like, "For what?" They're like, "Well, because you're a lease purchase." I'm like, "I'm not a lease purchase. I own my truck outright. Like, I bought my truck." And they're like, "Oh, well, for some whatever reason, you're showing up as a lease purchase truck." I'm like, "I know. I've been fighting with him for 2 days about it." So, still going back and forth about that. For whatever reason, but I got the tire issue resolved, which is why I'm getting the tires put on now. But just going back and forth of like, "Oh, well, you can't do that because you don't own the truck." I'm like, "Yes, I do." They're like, "Oh, what doesn't show is that?" I'm like, "Well, that's not my problem, but I have all of my paperwork that I can show you that has all of my stuff swapped over." Like, just going back and forth with Prime right now is just a pain. So my transition is going well now. After I've been going through all these speed humps, this was actually the last thing I needed to do. And then I'm probably gonna go ahead and see if I get a load either tomorrow or Sunday. Basically, I just want to go home. I'm ready to go for some home time. Um, is that happening to YouTube truckers? I don't know what's going on YouTube. It's just unsubscribing me from all you guys. I don't understand what it is. We spending some money this evening. Yep, yep. So good thing for me though, and that's the reason why I decided to do it because if I would have just waited to do it until like I actually needed tires, then it'll be a couple $1,000s for me to get new tires put on. But because I have such good tread depth because I just got these tires in October, um, so even if you decide to do this, like if after you finish your lease purchase or whatever the case may be, I would get if you have brand new tires, I wouldn't wait until uh you actually need tires to switch over to duals. If you want to switch to duals, me personally, I wanted to. Um, but the reason why I'm doing it now because I still have good tread depth. Prime has to buy or Prime is buying these tires back from me, so I actually get good resale value off of my used tires now because they're not worn all the way down. They can take these off of my truck and put them on somebody else's truck. That's the reason I wanted to switch to duals, and I wanted to get it switched at Prime because if I would just went somewhere and got it done, I would have been responsible for the full cost up front. But because I had such good numbers on my tires, Prime is gonna buy back my tires and rims, and basically give me a credit towards the purchase of my new tires. So it was gonna be a couple thousand, like I think the estimate was 5,100, I think, but because they took the measurements of my used tires, they have to calculate a credit for me first, a trade-in credit. So I find out tomorrow what I'm actually gonna be buying or what I'm actually gonna be paying for it. So, but it's definitely not going to be $5,100. So that was a good thing for me. But the transition's going well. It's going well. But I am ready to go home. I'm ready to go on home time. It's I don't know. It's just been a while since I've been at home, I guess. And then now I don't. I feel like I don't have the pressure of like going home for a couple days and making sure a trip falls on the right thing so my weekly payment comes out at the same time as the trip pays, so I don't be in the hole. And I just feel like I don't have to deal with that anymore. So now I can just go home and then come back out when I want to. Like I feel like it's a burden that's taken off. I don't have to. I just don't have that weekly payment anymore for me to have to want to come out and do work. Now, obviously, I'm still only going to go home for like a couple days and then come back out just because I get bored at home. But at least I don't have like that weight on my shoulder to be like, okay, well, I got to get back on the road. I got to make sure I don't go in the hole, and I don't have to deal with that no more. So I feel like it's. I don't know. I haven't done it yet, so I guess we'll see how different it is for me taking home time. Coming to prom on the 11th, got my CD on hand, no experience, excited. Congratulations, congratulations. Well, obviously it's the 11th of June because today is the 20. What is today? The 28th. Is it the 28th already? Good lord. And two, I am exhausted. Any pics of the truck now? Nope. I haven't posted any pictures of the new truck. So those of you who know what stripes and stuff are, I've gotten all of the prime decals taken off of the truck. And actually have my own graphics placed on the truck. Obviously, I've ran into a couple of people who, uh, 50 meters away. Obviously, the people who have seen me already. I ran into a couple of you guys who've seen the truck already. Yep. So I've already got the graphics done on the truck. It's basic. I mean, it's just basic for now. I may decide to add stuff on later, but it's just enough for me. Enough for what I want it done to it. But I haven't posted it on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram yet. So no one knows what it looks like except for Trucker John. Trucker John saw me yesterday. Life of Rye saw me yesterday. I had a couple of subscribers. I met Trey in the cafeteria, so shout out to you, Trey. Good luck to you. I know you're working on your PSD, but you sure me you got it. So good luck to you anyway. I ran into a couple of you guys while I'm here. And that, as of today, I'm sure you guys are aware, no more mask in Springfield Terminal. So that's exciting. Um, Unfortunately, I can't go in the terminal right now because I left my ID in the hotel. So I basically have been stuck in my truck because I can't get inside the terminal because I don't have a badge. So I have to go back and get my badge, and then I'll have to come back later for dinner. So whenever I can get this done or get done in the tire shop, then I should be able to actually, I don't know, do something besides sit here. So, because I've been here since 5 o'clock, and I don't know, it's just been a headache. It's just been a headache all day. And my Qualcomm shutting down. That's great. That's how long I've been here. For those of y'all know that these Qualcomms time out after like 3 hours. But I really just wanted to come and chat with you guys. I really didn't feel like editing a video today, but I definitely wanted to come and say something, or I wanted to come and hang out with you guys. So I decided to go live. I don't have much to talk about. I don't have much to talk about because not a lot's been going on, but I really just wanted to come and hang out, and I feel like I know who that is. Do I know who that is? Maybe. Anyway, I just wanted to come and hang out and chat with you guys because I just got bored sitting in the sitting in a freaking tire shop. So I feel like I know who that is. Maybe I've just seen him somewhere before. I don't know. Anyway, but what's going on with you guys? Oh no, raid is tonight, and I don't have my laptop. Oh shoot. So now I gotta. Dang it. Can you get the speed option removed from your truck to go faster now? No. I still have to have my truck governed at 65, even though I own the truck running under Prime's authority. So Prime's authority states that you have to run 65. So no, I did not take the governor off my truck because I cannot. How the heck did you get kicked out of the Oasis? Hey, Mike. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, man. But you see what I'm saying? Like, it's basic, but it's like enough for me, right? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I mean, it seems like it seems basic to me, but I agree, Larry. I own the truck. You know, all the repairs and stuff are at my cost. I feel like I should run it the way I want. However, you know, I I'm just gonna do what they say. Like, it's not my authority, so I don't make the rules. I just follow them because I like my job. So so I still run at 65, but the only thing that shows, I mean, that shows I own is I have dual tires on. So would you take the governor off if you could, or what would you like it set at? I probably set it at 72. A lot of the research I've done with Volvos, their optimal speed for fuel savings is 68 to 72 is kind of where you want to be set at cruise for good fuel mileage. But um, I'm at 65, so it's not much I can do about it. Unless I decide to go somewhere else. Yes, I can take my truck to Landstar for. I can actually take my truck anywhere. Because I own it outright, I can leave Prime at any time and take it anywhere I want. Um, to answer that question, yeah. Sorry, got tired. But yeah, I can take my truck anywhere I want it to. I feel like I'm a pretty hot commodity because I have 2.5 years safe driving, no accidents, no tickets, and I own my own truck, so I can literally go to any company. Do you have to test out on the pad before you go on the road coming to Prime with your CDL in hand? Yes, so you have to come in and it depends. I think it depends on your experience level. I think I would get with a recruiter about that one because everybody's experiences coming to Prime with their CDL is a lot different. So the only person who can actually answer that question, make sure I say your name correctly, Mr. Ebanks Moridio, Morito. I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names. But I would contact a recruiter and have them explain your situation to them and let them know what's going on. To answer that question, thanks so much, Larry. I appreciate it. Oh, my throat was getting dry. I was keep running my mouth. But yeah, like so if you're here at the terminal, like I'm around, just if you see me, especially now that we don't have to wear a mask. Um, no, not me. If you see me, come holler at me. Obviously, if you're seeing this right now, I'm in the tire shop. But outside of right now, once I go back and actually get my ID, I'm gonna come back here for dinner. So if you're around, give me a holler, man. I love meeting you guys. And yeah, masks do suck, so I'm not wearing one now. Um, well, I'm not wearing one because I'm sitting in my truck, but you know, I just took a look at that catwalk too. I just looked at it. I thought about your comment while I was when I went to. So they got one side of my tires done and not the other side. I want to see the new graphics. I missed a lot of the live, so I didn't show them Ben, but super proud of you. Congratulations on getting back on the road, man. I'm happy to have you back. But I haven't shown the graphics yet. So the graphics are done. I just haven't shown the completed truck. So I was kind of waiting for the tires. So once the tires are finished being on, then the truck will be completed, in which I will actually show you guys the truck. But until then, I'm the people who I run into are basically get to see it first. Everyone hit the thumbs up. Thanks, Trucker John. I appreciate it. I think you know what I meant to talk to you about this too, Trucker John. Uh, I think I'm gonna, in my videos. I want to start saying like, comment, and subscribe. I think. I mean, I've grown my channel the entire time I've had this channel without saying it, but I don't know if I want to. Excuse me. Oh wow. I don't know if I want to start saying it, and I'm kind of debating with myself. When running under Prime's authority, it has to be governed at 65. Absolutely correct. So yes, I own the truck, but it is still Prime's authority, and with Prime's authority, I have to do what they say. Which, if they say 65, trust me, my truck is governed at 65 because I like my job. But I got like some acid reflux going on. I don't know what's going on. Good lord. My word. My recruiter did not tell me this. This what another recruiter told me that I have to quarantine for like 5 days when I get to Missouri. Uh, I don't. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure how to answer that question. I'd say go with whatever. I mean, I feel like the usual process, if you have your CDL, it'll depend on if you have experience or not. If you have no experience with your CDL, you have to go out with a trainer for 40,000 miles instead of 30. But if you have experience, I think depending on your experience, like if it's recent or something. There we go. Sorry, y'all. I forgot to forward my calls. So, so someone just called me. So that's kind of my bad on my part. I don't know who this number is. So I apologize for that. Got a phone call, so obviously I'm on my phone. I forgot to forward my calls, so it interrupted the video. Um, I forgot what I was saying too. Oh yeah, if you come to Prime with experience, recruiting evaluates your experience and they find out whether you need any training miles or not, and then yes, you would do what's called an evaluation on the pad. I say it once in a while. I think it's common sense that people can subscribe if they like the content. Yeah, and I feel that way too, and that's why I've never done it. I mean, heck, you know, I've gotten by with apparently 1,670 of you guys like me, so I've gotten by with not saying it. I just don't know. Like, I do kind of want to start getting more likes on my video at least, but but I feel like when you say it, I feel like it's kind of like I don't know, like it's kind of like forcing someone to do it, even though it's just listening to me talk. But just like you said, I feel like it's natural. Like obviously, if you like my content and you want to keep up with my channel, you would do it. But it's not me making you do it. You're choosing to do it of your own accord, and I think that's why I've always stayed away from saying it. Saying it will definitely remind me to do it. I almost never like videos, but I definitely do. Yeah, thanks. I don't know if I don't know. I'm still debating with myself if I want to say it or not. Have I ever had to kick a trainee off of my truck? Nope, not a single time. And the reason why is because I set all of my expectations with all of my trainees up front before they even look at my truck, whether Prime assigns it to me or not, or whether it's one of my referrals. I I usually they send us a message with their info, which yeah, they usually send me a message with their info and like, hey, got a student for you, blah blah. Give them a call, reach out to them, blah blah. So when I call and set up that expectation or that meeting, um, I lay all of my ground rules out on the front. Like I should print it out, but I have a verbal checklist in my head with all of my students. But if we sit down and have that conversation, and you don't agree to anything on those lists, I tell you right then and there, it's not gonna be a good fit. So I've never had to kick a training off of my truck because I set the expectations or I set the bar from the very beginning. Just like with Brian. And yes, to answer your question, Brian is upgraded and completely gone. So it's kind of bittersweet though. I'm super happy for him. I'm kind of sad. Like it's like I don't know. We became like really good friends, and it's kind of sad seeing him go. So it's kind of bittersweet. But I'm proud of him. You know, he deserves it. You know, he's taken all of my learnings or my teachings and made it his own, and it's time for him to go out on his own. So I mean, I'm proud of him. It's bittersweet, but I'm proud of him. Can I get the camera removed? What I don't have a camera outside of the one that I put in. I don't. Are you talking about like a dash camera? Because the dash camera is mine. How is your trainee doing on his upgrade? Apparently, he's all done. He sent me a text today, said he's now a seat, and he's I believe he's waiting on a truck. I don't really know. I don't know what step in or what step he is at his process. Oh, man, I look like a crackhead. I keep rocking back and forth. Sorry, y'all. I'm exhausted. But when's the next trainee? I don't know yet. At this present moment, I am no longer training. Uh, I'm not training as of this moment right now. Are you getting one of those stupid single six? I'd never run stupid singles. I'm actually getting all of my super singles swapped out for dual tires, so I am right there with you. Y'all trucks don't have front-facing and inward cameras? No. Prime is not one of those companies. So, matter of fact, I can show you. The only camera I have is that one, and that's mine. I personally bought that one and paid for it myself, but there is no other cameras in here. There's no monitoring system. There's, I mean, besides my CB radio, but like, so this little feature up there, like this little black box, whatever, that's our lane departure. Lane departure, I mean, I wouldn't call it a camera. It just monitors the lines on the road. But outside of that, Prime does not put camera. We don't have inward facing cameras. Y'all, we don't have outward facing cameras. The only cameras that Prime puts in is if you earn yourself a spot on the top 200 list, which is not a good thing. But outside of the top 200 list, none of our trucks have cameras unless us as the drivers, put them in. So is he leasing or going company? Brian is going lease. Y'all think Swift. Heard that Prime install a camera if you're on the top 200. Yep, see. Um, yeah, getting a super single off. What kind of dash camera do I have? I have the. Put me on the spot. I have a Kenwood. I can't remember the model number though. I'll have to find the box somewhere. But I have a Kenwood dash cam that I can, Bluetooth connected to my or Wi-Fi connected to my phone and pull the dash camera off immediately if I need it, or take the SD card out and put it in my laptop, um, and pull a video out that way, which has saved me. That my dash camera has saved me from when I got into my accident. And oh, you guys don't know about that yet. So I have been in an accident. I'm gonna record a video about that. But the downtime that I had back in January was actually due to an accident, and I had to wait for the case to settle in order for me to talk about it. But now that I can, I'll be recording a video and how having a dash camera is the best thing to have. Like that lady said that I ran into her, and which is the reason she lost control of her truck, and she tried to lie to the trooper. And immediately, once I got the truck stopped, and she got stopped, I immediately got out to check on her, make sure she was okay, and then I came back to my truck, because I called the authorities while I was on the way back to go check on her. But I checked on her, made sure everything was okay, and then I immediately got back in my truck and pulled up my dash cam footage because I knew that she was going to try something like that. And the trooper definitely said, he came over there and asked, like, hey, what happened? I was like, I guess she lost control of her truck. It was, hard, raining pretty hard. She hydroplaned. I was like, well, she lost control of her car. Ran into me. I have dash cam if you need it. He's like, okay, cool. And because he came and talked to me first before he talked to her. And so they're working with her, trying to get her a tow and everything. And so I stand at the back of my truck, or stand at the back of my trailer, because my truck is kind of fine, you know what I mean? But I had a little bit of body damage, and I had a hole in my fuel tank. But I was standing at the back of my trailer, while they were talking, and so it was like three troopers, and they asked what's going on, and sure enough, she was like, well, I was driving, and then he T-boned me, and I'm like, T-boned? And so luckily the trooper already talked to me, so as soon as she said that, he's like, yeah, he ran into me, and I lost control and spun out in front of him. And so the trooper looked at me and smiled, and I'm like, are you serious? And so the trooper turned back to her and was like, oh, yeah, he told me something different. But luckily he's got a dash cam, so we'll see what happens. And then she's just like, oh, well, I just lost control of my car. I ended up running into him, so it was my fault. I'm like, why would you try and lie? But that is the main reason I'm such a huge advocate for having a dash cam. But I will actually record a video about that. now that I can actually talk about it. Does Brian have a YouTube channel yet? Nope, but he says he's working on it. He says he's probably going to work on it. Get the 360 VR camera. Maybe. I'll look into it. I do need to actually get, I keep rocking like a freaking crackhead. I need to get I want to start getting into night photography, which I need to stop. I need to stop biting off more than I can chew right now, because at first, with me going solo, obviously I'm going to have my downtime so I can get back into my video games, but I was learning Spanish, and now I've switched over to learning Japanese. I was going to do both of them at the same time and realized that is not going to happen, so I stopped learning Spanish. I'm also going home to go pick up my guitar so I can finish learning how to play guitar. I actually want to do a bunch of stuff for me, but I need to remember, like, I've only got 10 hours to sit down. So I need to, like, stop biting off more than I chew. That's why y'all training is so long. They trust y'all as drivers. Exactly. We have one of the top training programs in the entire industry, like, by far. Like, yeah, it's a long time, but I say it's a long time, but now it's 30,000 miles. Shoot, we got Brian tested out April 3rd. We went home for 8 days, and we had 2 extremely slow weeks, but we still got his miles done by, what was Wednesday, the 26th? So was that just with 1 week off? We were basically just at a month and a half. So a month and a half of training, Brian's done getting his own truck. So I don't, people, now when it was 50,000 miles, yeah, that training was long. Even though I was a trainer at the time, I did not agree to 50,000 miles. That is a long time to be with someone. But it was good still. But now, he's on his own. I'm on my own. At the moment, I've decided no longer to train. I've got some stuff going on behind the scenes at Prime right now. And, yeah, I'll leave it at that without saying too much. But at this present moment, I am no longer training, so I apologize. I know I've gotten a couple of emails and comments from you guys who are actually currently here and waiting on a trainer. I apologize. I will not be training. I would take a PSD, but I'm about to go home, so there's no point in doing that either. So I apologize to you guys. But as of right now, I've decided not to train because I like to go home. I also have an agreement with my grandfather, who lives out in California. He wants to come out on the truck with me for a couple days, so I'm actually going to go pick him up after I go home for a little bit. I'm going to see if I can get work down to California and get my grandfather picked up. So I think that'll be real fun for him to ride around with me. I think it'll be really interesting. So we're going to see. My nose is itching. Sorry. We're going to see how my grandfather likes being on the truck. And so, yeah, that's the reason why I'm no longer training as of the moment, because I have to go get my grandfather. You own your whip now. You good. You know what I'm saying? So it's exciting. And yes, I do vape. I know I don't vape in my videos, but I need something to calm my nerves fairly. Ross building a fleet. We'll see. We shall see. Probably, maybe. I don't know. I haven't 100% decided yet. But when I do, I will make a video about it. So I might build a fleet. We don't know yet. Was who a driver? Oh, my grandfather. No, he was never a driver. He always wanted to drive, but he worked at the ports out in Long Beach for his entire life. So he retired last year. He retired last year. I think it was 64. 64? No, not that long. I think he was there for 50 something years. I think he was working at the ports, but he never got a chance to get his CDL to drive around in the trucks. So he's always been interested. He was one of my biggest supporters when I first decided to be a truck driver. He's always wanted to go on a truck. So when I first came to Prime, he was more excited than I was. But now that I'm on my own, especially now that I own my truck, it's a lot more lenient for me to do stuff like that, without having to worry about truck payment. Like I can take a lot of the local or slow loads in California, because I don't want to take them across states. I'll probably end up running the local California, probably for about a week or so. just to make sure that we're only a drive shift away from getting him home if something were to happen to him. Um, but yeah, I think it'll be fun. It'll be a really cool experience to allow him to get to do that. I think it'll be fun to actually get to sit down and hang out with my grandfather too. Actually have hear some good stories and stuff. Not like I don't talk to him, but I think it'll be fun seeing seeing parts of the country from a trucker's perspective and being able to show him that. I think that's a really cool deal. So I'm super excited to go pick him up. Um, just so we can hang out and have a blast, man. Like I'm so excited to go hang out with my granddad. But outside of that, man, this dude in this tire shop is good. He is working both with my truck and another truck at the same time. He's good. But I got some of the tires on, so I mean I would show you guys, but then there's a chance you'll see the graphics. So I don't want to run that risk. But like I said, it's basic graphics to me. It's just enough for me. You know, I was gonna get like a wrap, and I started thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do a wrap right now. I think I'll go back and add it. I'm gonna here Tucker down. I'm gonna see if this works. If you're watching this video right now, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whichever you prefer. But give me a thumbs up and let's help out the YouTube algorithm. Let's see if that works. So I don't know. I might start saying it. I mean, I'm starting to pop. I've noticed I'm starting to pop up a lot more in other people's recommended videos that are not subscribed to me. I ran into a bunch of you guys that I was just like what was his YouTube name? I think his YouTube name was DC. I was in California. My truck was down for wiring harness for one of my headlights, and dropped the truck off at the shop and went and got me and Brian a hotel. And while I was standing there at the lobby getting my key reprogrammed, I had one of my subscribers come up to me, not in the trucking industry. He was a California resident. He just started looking into trucking, and he came across my channel. And I had my mask on. I had my Prime jacket on. So, like, I didn't look like me. I had my hair tied back. I had, it didn't look like me. But, he saw Prime on my jacket. He tapped me. He's like, hey, are you Johnson's Logic, by the way? And I was like, yeah, I am. He's like, hey, I watch your channel. I was like, oh, that is, completely off guard. I wasn't by a truck stop. It was just a normal hotel. And he happened to be looking to get into trucking, and he recognized me from YouTube. So I was like, I thought that was super cool. I thought that was so cool. Good that you're doing that with your granddad. I know. Hey, John St. Clair, what's going on? Hit the thumbs up. Ah, thanks, David. I appreciate it. But yeah, I thought that like I run into you guys so much all the time. Like I feel like, and Brian will tell you, because every time someone recognizes me, he's like, "Oh, you need me to set aside some time on your calendar. We can schedule a photo shoot." And I'm like, "Stop messing with me." Brian is so funny, man. Hey, man, I got a question about Prime Solo Lease. Do you recommend a certain amount of money before hopping in? Uh, it comes down to what you think is comfortable. Like when I switched over to lease, I had I saved up I saved up enough money to be able to pay my at home stuff without at least for at least for a month. So I set aside my home expenses for a month before I switched over to lease. As far as a set amount of money, I mean, I know a ton of people who did, like Brian. Brian's going straight lease, and all he has. Well, I'm not gonna talk about his personal business, but don't let Brian fool you. Brian is rich, but I'm not gonna say rich, but Brian's pretty well set for him to go switch to lease. But I know a lot of people who literally switched to lease and didn't have anything. So it's really come up to personal preference, man. Just chilling and catching live. I appreciate it, man. Eric, what's up? Hey Eric, you need to ask Jenna if she talked to the mailroom people and put that Kachava under my name so I can go pick it up. I mean, I haven't been by your house obviously, but if you still need me to pick that up from the mailroom, like, well, obviously not right now because I don't have my ID, but she got done first. Oh, she only has 2 tires. But if I need to pick up something for you guys and go drop it off at the house for you, I can do that before I leave. So get with Jenna and find out if they got the name switched over. But yeah, that's kind of we'll be there next week. I will not. I will not. Well, I might be. Hopefully I'm not, but you never know. These duels are looking good. These duels are looking good. I wonder if they have to reprogram my if they had to reprogram my TPMS monitor. TPMS, tire pressure monitoring system. Well, I don't want them to print me a new badge because I don't want them to deactivate mine. You know what I mean? I need to find out if I need to get a new badge, if there's a difference between, like, if the owner app badges are purple or not. I guess, yeah, you should probably come let me in the building so I can go talk to security about that. But I don't think it really matters. 10-4, I just hit a year as company. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Yeah, I did the same thing. I went a year as company, and I'm actually gonna do a video. It's one of the videos I plan on doing, but I think I'm gonna put the title as from no CDL to owner operator in basically 2 years and 3 months. I think it was 4 months. February, March, April, May. 2 years and 3 months, and I think basically I'm just gonna tell my whole story. And see, that's why I don't want to get a new badge. I don't want to have to go through that crap. Like, and when my badge isn't lost, it's just in my hotel room. I missed something else. We'll add you to the box if you want. What size box do you have? Because I have a box, but I have like just the small one. So all my packages, I have to go get like security or hopefully someone's in the mailroom. Like this video. Ah, thanks, Zach. Okay, text me when you're done in the tire shop. I'm behind the Millennium, the company store side. Okay. And I'm probably I can't park over there. I haven't decided. I might just run and go get my ID because I'm hungry. So I like to be able to pay for my own food. So I have cash. I hope I have cash. If I have cash, I'm about to go eat. Yeah, yeah. I'm not poor. I got $10. I might go get something to eat because I'm starving. I haven't eaten all day. I've been lounging around the bed doing absolutely nothing, just because I can. And I've been waiting on the tire appointment, so let me take this off anyway. So yeah, that's really it. I'll definitely tune in, gang. So I appreciate it, man. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. I can spot you for some food if needed. Nah, I got money. Come over here to Memphis and hang out. No. I did. My truck does not stop in Memphis. Like if I'm running on fumes, them fumes gonna get me a little bit farther. I do not stop in Memphis at all. No, thank you. See, at this point, I don't even know if I would love to take a load down to the house if I can, but shit, at this point, I'll probably be like, because I work for Prime, even if I live in Newport News, Virginia. Yep, sure can. To my understanding, Prime is hiring from all lower 48 states, except past a certain point in southern Florida. Uh, I know Junior's gonna be mad at me because I can't remember the name of that lake. I think it's like Lake Okeechobee or something like that. Ochoa. I don't know, some lake. It's southern Florida. But yeah, if you live in Newport News, Virginia, you can absolutely apply to Prime. And no, I'm not going to Memphis. Shoot, I mean that's really it because these duels are looking good. Yeah, Lake Okeechobee. I was right. Since I live in Hampton R area. I think it's Okeechobee. I don't remember. Basically, to answer your question, yes, you can apply at Prime since you live in Virginia. I actually know a guy who lives out there. I don't know if it's Newport News though. I think he lives in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Nice. Oh yeah, answer the question. Hampton Roads. I was like, I don't know what that is. I still don't know what that is actually. But yeah, so that's basically it. Although I'm probably gonna wrap this up here in a minute. Do y'all have any questions or that I can quickly answer? And I'm just testing something out because I like to do this YouTube algorithm thing. Um, Hey Ross, I love your videos. I'm from your hometown. I will be in Springfield June 2nd to start orientation. Hey, you're from California or Atlanta? Well, I was born in Long Beach, California. June 2nd. When is June 2nd? Next week sometime. Got my tires on the ground. Basically, all the major cities in Virginia, they call it Hampton Roads. Okay. Shadow Wolf, what's going on? What is going on? So June 2nd. June 2nd is next week. Now I won't be here, but hopefully I'll be in Atlanta by June 2nd. So, oh, Jay, I know your name. Uh, ooh, I owe you an email, don't I? I think I owe you an email and a phone call. Is that the same Jay I'm thinking of? Oh, I really hope you say no, but I feel like my that memory just got triggered real bad. Did we email, we haven't call on the voicemail with each other? Dang it! I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I just remembered that I owe you a phone call. Dang, I feel like such a jack. I am so sorry, Jay. So well, obviously you're coming to Prime, so I am so sorry. And if you, I'm gonna go back and read that email, and make sure that I answer any questions that you still may have. But I apologize for not getting back to you on that. I don't even have. There's no excuse for that. So I apologize. But I'm gonna reach back out to you. I think I have your phone number. I think your phone number is in that email somewhere. So I'll give you a call. I'm glad, dude. I'm glad. I'm glad you decided to make the switch. Because you actually did the same thing that Brian used to do as well, which obviously I'm not gonna mention it on here, but um, Brian was also a former, your career path. But especially if you keep that mindset and that drive that you had doing that, you'll be fine here. You will be fine. If y'all are watching this video, hit the thumbs up. I'm trying to test something on the new YouTube algorithm. So or thumbs down, whatever you so choose. Retired from law enforcement. Okay, yeah, as long as you want to say that's fine with me. But yeah, Ryan is also a former law enforcement, and he did fantastic. So, definitely good luck to you. And if you have any questions, feel free, let me know. Do you have Instagram, or what's the best way to contact you about Prime? If you look in the description of any of my videos, you will find ways to contact me. You can email me. You can leave a comment on here. And I also have my Instagram on there. Get the man 50 likes. 50 likes is asking for a lot. Do you have Instagram? What's the best way to contact you? If that's okay. Oh yeah, I just read that. So yeah, Instagram. You can holler at me on Instagram. You can email me. I'm considering starting a TikTok channel or starting a Snapchat account for Sapphire. So I don't know. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. I keep rocking back and forth like a crackhead, so I'm sorry, y'all. Like I don't know what's going on in my body right now. It's probably because I'm starving. Good lord. But shoot, we're already at 50 minutes, so we're gonna wrap this up. Like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell. Click all the notifications. That's just too. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna do that. I'm probably not. But we are gonna go ahead and wrap this up because I am starving, and I think the tire shop's gonna have me flip the truck around because I think he's got to put new steers on. So I don't want to be driving in on YouTube Live, which I'm not. I mean, I'm basically pulling out, turning around, and coming back in. But anyway, like I always say, ladies and gentlemen, if you're thinking, y'all might as well do it logically. I'll catch you guys on the next one. See, that's what I was thinking about the Snapchat. I was going to do that too. But I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.